Hello, my beautiful and handsome people, and welcome back to Uniquely Sorrell. I am Gracelyn Sorrell, and I am so glad to be back to talk to you guys today. So, today I would like to talk about how we can conquer comparison and comparing ourselves to other people, and kind of what the root of the issue is and how we can conquer comparison. So, if you want to know how, keep on watching. So the number one reason why I believe that you may be comparing yourself to everybody else and everything else everybody else is doing is because you're insecure. Comparison begins within your heart, and if you're not confident and if you're not if you don't feel like you're worthy enough in your heart, then you're going to compare yourself to everybody else because you don't have what they have. So you're insecure about that thing in your heart because you don't embody that trait and you don't have, all the physical things that you wish you could have had, and you don't have the personality type like this person, or I don't know, your fingers aren't long enough. People be coming up with the craziest things to compare about just because they don't have it. But just because you lack something that somebody else has does not mean that doesn't make you a unique and a worthy individual. It just makes them different. And I don't hate a lot. I don't hate a lot at all. But I hate when I see under somebody's picture, "You're so perfect." Because there are girls that see those type of comments and they're like, "Oh my gosh, what's so perfect about this picture? How can I be perfect? How can I get somebody to comment under my picture that I'm perfect?" And so it's always like this tug of war with trying to be like somebody else or trying to have what somebody else has, when the issue is just an insecurity that you wish you didn't have. And so to fix this issue and to become more secure, this is what you need to do. You need to, number one, get off of social media, because social media is so pressuring. And the pressure comes from yourself because you see all these people and what everybody else has. And I believe that's even why people get tattoos and piercings, because they're like, maybe this will make me look better. Maybe somebody told me once, a guy told me, I was like, "Why are you getting this tattoo?" And he was like, "Because the ladies love it." Like, what? I don't like tattoos. Like, personally, I don't. And they don't, to me, this is just my opinion, they don't make you look more attractive. They don't make you look more manly. None of that. Like, it's just ink on your skin. And, like, that's just how I see it. And so the world tells you, yeah, tattoos are so cool. So now I see everybody getting tattoos, jumping on the bandwagon, just because the world has said, yeah, get a tattoo of a scripture, or get a tattoo of a lion, or get a tattoo of a butterfly that says, "Believe you can fly," and some people don't even see the tattoo every day. So what's even the point? Anywho, this is not about tattoos. But the point is that we do all this stuff to keep up with people and keep up with what everybody else is doing. But I'm telling you that if you continue to do that, you will end up very hurt and you'll never end up whole and complete, because there's always gonna be something to catch up with. There's always gonna be a bandwagon to jump on and something that somebody has that you're gonna want. But what you need to do is get off of social media and have some time to yourself and look in your mirror and say that I am worth it and that I don't need to be like anybody else to be uniquely myself. You know what I mean? And I had to come to a point in my life where I literally had to get off of social media. I was off for about a year. And those were the moments when it really came to me, and the revelation came to me that I am really one of a kind and there's nobody like me on this earth. So let me embrace that. And I just had to find that thing. Like, I thought I was just an ordinary girl, just like everybody else, but I found that unique thing in me, and it even began to help other people, and other people began to become inspired by the words that I said. And so I was like, maybe I do have a worth, maybe I do have something to say, and that I don't have to compare myself to other people because this thing is so special that was placed inside of me. So if we can come to that and know that there is something unique and different about every single one of us, then we can be able to become whole and complete in our thoughts and our decision making, and even who we're comparing ourselves to. You don't know what that person is going through. You don't know what they're battling with. They could be battling depression, suicidal thoughts, but you want a big butt just like them, or you want the tats and piercings just like them, and you want the muscles just like them. When what if you're lifting every day? That's not what God was telling you to do. It's just not worth the comparing, because we will go our whole lives trying to be like other people and do what everybody else is doing. And let me tell you, it's going to make you so tired. And I believe that's why suicide rates are so high, because we just can't be like anybody else but ourselves. So we have to dig deep. We have to get off social media for like a month, a year, like a day even, like whatever you need. You know what you need. And stop comparing people. That's why I don't like Twitter. I was not going to verbalize this, but I can't stand Twitter, because I think that Twitter has become more of like a shaming type of network, and shaming in terms of, let's say you post a picture of like a black beauty queen, and they're like, melanin poppin', this is what you need to look like in order to be a black queen, when ain't none of us that dark. Like, it's beautiful and it's bold and it's so them, but that's not me. You know, I'm brown skinned, so then we get all these people comparing, like, wow, I wish I looked like her, getting spray tans. And even on the flip side, you know, you could have the implants, or you could have the big lips, and then they say, look at her lips, you know, I wish my lips were as big as hers. Or even in terms of life in general, like lifestyle, you look at, if somebody has a brother and the sister is standing next to a brother, they just take a nice picture and they're like, I wish I had a brother like that. Like, what? How are you ever, how are you ever going to be happy in a world like that, that's saying, I wish, I wish, I wish, I wish, And then we turn it into, they slay, we use those words. But in reality, we're really insecure. And they slay, and you want to be like them. So it's just a comparison issue that needs to be fixed by searching out your own heart, taking some time for yourself, and being able to develop a confidence that nobody could take away from you, that nobody but Jesus gave to you, because you are fearfully and wonderfully created. God breathed a breath upon you that was so strong and so mighty and so worthy of your being and of your creation. And so we need to embrace that, and we need to stop comparing ourselves to other people, because they will disappoint us. We will disappoint ourselves trying to be like these people. And so that's all I have to say for you guys. My biggest thing would just be to get off of social media and find that inner self and get to know that person. You talk to that person, embrace that person, and begin to love that person. Develop a relationship with that person, because when I was on that fast for a year from social media, those were the times of purge, and those were the times where I recognized that all I was doing when I was on social media was trying to keep up with everybody. I was in the mirror trying to post those side selfies to make me look thicker, because thick was becoming the new thing, and I'm small, I'm slim, and so I was trying to get thick, and I was like asking around, like, how can I get a butt, And it wasn't working, because my metabolism is very high. So I'm like, why isn't this working? And like, I was literally trying to gain weight, and it was not working, and it was the most frustrating thing. But when I got off of social media, I began to look at my body and say, you cute, like, you are cute because This is how God has created you to be. You weren't created to eat all this food and have a big butt, you know? Like, I'm supposed to be small, for now at least. I'm supposed to be just where I am. And one day, and actually a couple days over the course of time, I've looked at myself. I've looked at even like my, I don't know, like my knuckles, and I'm like, there's a reason why God made my knuckles this way. I know it might sound like the craziest thing, but there is a reason for it, because he wants us to embrace his very creation all the way down to our toenails, okay? We are worth it. And there's so much pressure out here, guys. Like, I remember when I was talking to this guy, and he was like so obsessed with feet. Like, I don't think he had a foot fetish, but like, he loved feet, and a lot of guys happen to love feet. And so I was trying to figure out, you know, how I could get the cutest feet out here, because I sent him a picture of my feet, and he was like, oh, and then I was like, what's wrong with my feet? And so I began to become insecure about how my feet were looking, and I was like, I got them done last week, like, what's wrong with my feet? But guys, that's something that I can't change. That's something that I can't alter. Like, it's not in my control. I got a big forehead. I can't change that though. Don't get surgery because you don't like a natural feature. Embrace that thing. And as cliche as this may sound, it's all so true. Like, I cannot change how my toes look, and I don't care. Like, I'm not about to lower my standards or try to become somebody that somebody else wants me to become because they want me to be that way. Like, no, I'm naturally beautiful, and so are you. Even if you're a guy watching, like, you're naturally okay. Like, I know that a lot of guys are insecure about their height. Are you serious? I'm 5'2". Oh, Siri? Bruh. I said, are you serious? I'm 5'2", guys. And I remember for the longest time, I actually prayed to be short. I prayed, guys, because I wanted to be like everybody else, because we were living in a time where everybody was like, short is so cute. And now I'm 5'2", like, shoot. Like, dang, I'm so short. And so be careful what you ask for as well, because not that God slowed down my height or anything. I mean, it was orchestrated the way it was because God wanted me to realize, you know, be careful what you ask for, because I asked and I prayed and I cried to be 5'2" because everybody else was short and I didn't feel accepted. So I was like, I need to be short. That's crazy. Like, how crazy do I sound right now, you know? And so y'all are crazy too, and you need to get your life together, because we are literally out of our minds trying to compare and trying to add up to what everybody else wants for us or sees what is beautiful or perfect. You were made perfect. You were made in the image of Christ. So embrace that, love that, and just be you. Get off social media. I'm trying to tell y'all, it helps. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I love you guys so much. And do not forget, guys, to focus, inspire, speak, and be unique, because you all are. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and share with others so that they can get inspired as well. You are one of a darn kind. You're not a 1 in a million. You are 1,000,001. God has put so many things in you, and I know that there are billions and billions of people on this earth, but you have to find that you are worth it, and that, like, you, when God breathed his breath on you, there was a fire, and there was an importance. Like, you're not here by mistake, I promise. And so I just want to encourage you guys to just embrace who you are, just be unique, and just find that you are set apart, and it's okay to be different. It's okay not to look like everybody else. It's better not to look like everybody else. So register for my conference at pop2018.eventbrite.com. The link is down below. And my giveaway for my podcast is almost here. If you have not entered into the giveaway, the link is also down in the description box. Follow my podcast so you guys won't miss the first episodes, and come on this ride with me for unique utterances. Yeah, that's all I have for you guys today, and I will see you guys in my next video.